You are listening to I Am Refocused Radio with your host, Shamaya Reed. This show is designed to inspire you to live your purpose and regain your focus. And now, here's your host, Shamaya Reed.
Hey, welcome to I Am Refocused Radio. We are here once again, and today we have another amazing show lined up for y'all today. We're going to talk to our special guest, Ricky Blair, in Platform 7. We're going to learn everything about this amazing platform, this amazing thing that he's doing. But today's topic, we're going to talk about personal development. And man, it's a true honor having you, Ricky, on the show. How you doing, first of all?
I'm doing great, thanks. Thanks for having me on, Shemai. It's good to meet you.
Yes, sir. It's great to have you on, man. So when it comes to this amazing platform, Platform 7, you can go to the website, platform-7.com. It's something that really dives into education and these tools. So, man, Ricky, how did you find this, and tell us all about it?
So it kind of relates to my own background and my own story. I'm from London. I grew up in London. I failed school really badly to the point where college was not an option for me. So I went out into the working world at the age of 16. Didn't know what I wanted to do, but I started in the world of commercial real estate in central London. And without going into too much detail, I had a call out of nowhere, literally a year into this job. I was a junior. I was like the janitor. I kind of did all the odds and sods. And this guy called Nigel called me out of nowhere. He was a very successful multi-millionaire, and he literally took me out for lunch, completely unannounced. And this guy just wanted to help me. And I really was a bit sort of taken back by it. But this man taught me what it took to succeed in life. He taught me all the things I guess I wish I was taught growing up. I made a big decision when I dropped out of school, when I failed school, that I was going to find some way of succeeding. I didn't know how, but I just made almost like a promise to myself I was going to find a way. And that really set me on this crazy self-development journey. Like I was, to put it bluntly, Shema, I was obsessed with success and how I was going to achieve it. In my case, success looked like freedom, being free to do what you wanted, go to where you want to go, be what you want to be, etc. But I was just so fascinated by studying why successful people achieve and why failures failed. And basically, I went on a bit of a mad journey under the guidance of this guy Nigel. So that's really where it started for me.
And when you share that experience, did that breakthrough happen immediately, or did it take a little bit more time for you to transition to that aha moment?
The first big influence Nigel had on me was he taught me to dream. He taught me how to goal set. He taught me that in life we have the ability to choose what it is we want from life. When I started to choose, and he showed me how to manifest and how to create, I started to see results quite instantaneously. And if I fast forward into my story, my first big goal or dream professionally was I wanted to set up my own real estate brokerage, which I did at the age of, I think, 23, 24 with my best friend, which was always like a fun goal of mine. I don't know whether it was a mix of good fortune, hard work, being in the right place at the right time, or the guidance, that Nigel gave me. But we had really sort of great success, and we had a big impact on the sector in London, the commercial real estate sector. We kind of changed the industry in some way. And yes, we were doing well, with financials, but what we also, a big part of the business was almost my way of thanking this guy, Nigel, that changed my life. We would only employ and recruit young, ambitious people. And what we started to do, everything Nigel would teach me, I just forward on. I'd pass on to our people. Fast forward like 5-6 years, we started getting all the big commercial real estate companies, the global businesses from all around the world reaching out to us. They wanted to buy our business. We got to a stage where we were getting offers that we couldn't turn down. We sold the company. It was a deal that changed my life. But what it also did, it kind of gave us this reputation as being the guys that help young entrepreneurs get to where they want to get to. Just young people, like ambitious people who were on their own sort of self-development journey, as it were. And I ended my 20-odd year career in real estate. I moved to LA, from London to LA during the pandemic. And basically, one thing Nigel told me was you don't just compete in an industry, you kind of change the game. So I rock up in LA, I'm looking at the landscape, I'm looking at what needs changing. And there's one theme I am seeing. College, education, young people, ambition, everything in the world seems to change, whether it's pre-pandemic, during pandemic, post-pandemic. And one of the biggest things that people moan about a lot is the education system. We are not taught what people want to be taught. People feel like they're spending way too much time in the system, accumulating way too much debt at the end of it. And some are still at a loss as to what to do after the college system. So having done the research over the last 2 years across America, we've literally just identified the pain points. And the pain points are this. Young people are not being taught what they want to learn. They don't want to be giving up 3, 4, 5 years of their life because there's opportunity cost as well. What could you be doing with that time elsewhere in the big wide world? The debt is crippling people. I think like student debt in America currently is like a 1.7 trillion, I think it is, dollars. It's crazy. And we're looking at all those variables and we're just thinking, okay, what do people want? So we've basically created an alternative to college. If it hasn't worked for you, if you don't want to go, if you failed it, if you succeeded with flying colors, but you're still at a loss, we help people that don't know where they're going, or we help super ambitious young people get to where they want to get to. And the way we've done that is the solution is we've created curriculums that teach what people want to learn about in a cost-effective way. It's affordable to the masses, not just the privileged. It's not going to saddle anyone with debt. And to put it bluntly, I would be upset if people stick with Platform 7 for much longer than 6 to 8 months maximum. Like, we don't want you hanging around. We want you clear on where you're going. We want to give you what you need, and we want you on your way. So that's what we've created.
And you also, I was checking on your website, you also have a mentoring group. And with that mentoring opportunity was some of the deep things that
not everyone wants to rock up and attend some of these curriculums they last for about 8 weeks. Some just want other options. And one thing we have noticed over the last 2 years is questions. Everyone seems to have questions. It could be, what book should I read? To, where am I going? To, I need help with this decision. To, can you explain this concept to me? Or manifesting, or talking about saving money, or I want to build a business. Can you give me some advice? So what we've done is we've created a very easy, user-friendly scenario where we have a monthly mentorship subscription. Twice a month, we do an hour every 2 weeks, and you come on live on a Zoom with me, and you can ask whatever questions you have. And the beauty is not only you getting month after month support, but this I think is what people find the most useful about it. One, you're actually in groups with other people in a similar scenario to where you're at in your journey. And two, some of the questions that other people are asking, not only are they really interesting, but people are learning from each other's experiences. And it's just it's cost effective as well, but it's been a real game changer. And that's something which we rolled out recently, which we're pretty proud of in terms of just the platform and the opportunity it gives our students.
And when people are in this session, are there specific topics that are planned beforehand, or is it more private and they send like a message via email or however they can get a message out? And
you talking about the courses?
Yes.
Okay, so we currently have 2 specific courses. One is for the lost and confused. You don't know where you want to go next. You don't know what your next move should be. You are in the job you hate. You're about to quit college or drop out of college, or you may not want to go, and you're in a bit of a limbo there. So that's one route. And the other is things are going good. You know where you want to go. You're just super, super ambitious. You're driven. You want to live a life on your terms. You want to do something cool, feel fulfilled, make money, have nice things. We show people how to do that. And, people ask me the question, are you like a life coach, or, is it like self-help? The truth is, I'm absolutely not a life coach. I mean, I haven't lived a life yet myself, so I don't think I'm well positioned to be anyone's life coach. But someone has shown me how to get from where you are to where you want to get to. And that is basically what we teach. I packaged it up. That's what we do. So it's very clear what topics are in each thing. So if I just give you an example, the second lane, if you are super ambitious, want to succeed in all the rest of it, the sort of things we teach are, we have sections on goal setting and manifesting. We talk about like being the best version of yourself, how we operate our best versions as human beings in order so we can be the best we can be to achieve what we want to achieve. One of the biggest topics that was like top of the tree in terms of what people want to learn about, money. Like money is probably one of the biggest sections, one of the biggest weeks. How to make money, how to save money, how to invest money, how to build a business, taxes. The list goes on and on and on. Like your relationship with money, like how your mentality and mindset was brought up around your upbringing around money, because these are the things that make a difference. How high achievers actually get there. Like we really break it down. And it's not just like because I say so, because of my stories and my personal story. I actually give live examples. The courses that are littered with like high profile people, Serena Williams, the late Kobe Bryant, Mike Tyson, Elon Musk, Zuckerberg. Like we look at the Steve Jobs. How do these people get to where they want to get to? Like, it's not this like preachy course where we just say like manifest. It's not, if you want to go and get motivated, go elsewhere. Like we're not here to motivate you. We're actually here to give you the blueprint as to how to get you where you want to get to.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Someone listening right now, they're like, okay, yeah, I want that direction. Not just like you said, not the feel good music playing in the background, but something that I can actually apply to my life. That's very key. Because a lot of people, so many people are desperate for that. I just had someone on my show recently, and they was talking about how a lot of us are addicted to social media's instant gratification of, oh yeah, I like your post. How can I get my stuff go viral? How can I get more people to notice me and blah, blah, blah. That person had a great point. They were saying, well, man, before you go to the gym and want to deadlift 700 pounds, why not just be truthful for where you are right now and just get better throughout time and push yourself as you're getting better throughout time versus this false reality of, oh yeah, I can become a millionaire in 24 hours. Maybe you could if you're lucky, but in most cases, you got to have an actual strategic plan to actually do that. And like you said, have blueprints ahead of you.
I think it's a very important, useful point. There are a couple of thoughts coming to my mind. One is we actually teach the skills or the qualities required, i.e., thinking ahead, planning, perseverance, patience, resilience. Those are literally like the ingredients in the cake that these successful people have to get to where they want to get to. And the other thing that I find interesting, and you just touched upon it there, is you talk about instant gratification. We're now in a world where everything's instant. You can literally see online, on social media platforms, you see the successful people out there who have achieved great things. But what that social media platform did not show you was their journey on the way to get to where they want to get to. We only see the end result. What I'm interested in is, sure, I'm interested in helping our students get to their end result. But yes, if they are looking for a quick fix or a 24-hour turnaround, I don't actually think Platform 7 are a good fit for that sort of. We can't do that. We don't do that. I mean, I just don't think that's even. Yes, you can get lucky, as you say, but we actually break down what these people did to get there over the 5, 7, 8, 10, 20 years. I mean, I watched an amazing podcast the other day, very successful entrepreneur based in the UK. He's created 2 separate businesses that are both worth £1 billion each, not dollars, pounds. I mean, to achieve that in the UK in such a small country is quite an achievement, quite remarkable. The guy, he had 2 food stores, brands, and he asked about his planning, and he said, my whole entire career, he said, I have planned 30 years ahead every step of the way with our business. He said, look at me now, I'm 62 years old. When I think about my businesses, I think about where we're going. I don't think about a year from now or 5 years. I think 30 years. I mean, I'm not suggesting, with my own business, we always look 5 years ahead, but that's one of the big things. And we're not encouraged growing up. You get to plot and plan and map out the life you want to live. Some people won't even look up at the next step in front of them. They won't forget looking a year, 2, 5, 10 years ahead. As I said earlier on, it sounds like such a cliche, and it's the most powerful, potent thing my mentor Nigel taught me from day one as a 17-year-old kid. And this is the thing that forever changed my life. Life is a menu. You get to choose. But if you're not willing to look up and look into the future, you're not going to be choosing for the future. You're going to choose in the next few steps ahead. You're never going to dream big enough, to put it bluntly.
I love that. That's a very, not just interesting statement, that's very true. If you are not bold enough to say, I can accomplish more, then you will always settle for less. You will always cheat yourself and say, okay, maybe I don't deserve to dream big. Maybe I don't deserve to put this much smart work, not just hard work, but smart work, so that way I'm actually making progress. What do you think about that?
I just think I can't really add to it. I think you just hit the nail on the head. I think you're absolutely spot on with that thought process. I think it's so powerful what you just said there.
Because when people are listening to you in this show, you're telling your story. And that's what our show is all about, is people telling the stories, having the voice. Because I can talk all day, but it doesn't make a difference. I'm not an expert. You're the expert. That's why you're on the show. You're sharing your wisdom and your story to help someone take that action.
I'm gonna interrupt. I think at the heartbeat of the business we have created in Platform 7, and this is the most powerful point I can probably make on this entire podcast today, and I mean this sincerely. You talk about me being the expert. I'm not the expert. I am a regular guy that failed dramatically as a kid, but just was fortunate enough for someone to come into my life and show me how to win. I don't want to be someone's guru or expert or self-help, whatever. I just want to lead the example that every day normal, regular people can achieve extraordinary things. And that is why I've created Platform 7, to show people exactly how to do it.
And that was good right there. We've been talking to Ricky Blair here on Refocused Radio. What you just said, man, I wish more people would say that, because you're used to hearing people kind of give the speech of how many awards they won, Grammys, Oscars, and blah, 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 blah. But it's those statements that you just said right there that's very inspirational. And if someone listening to this right now, Ricky is exactly right. You can accomplish whatever you set your mind to. You just have to be willing to choose and go.
I've been very fortunate in my 2.5 years in Los Angeles to work with some of the most successful entrepreneurs, athletes, musicians, actors. And one thing I have realized is no matter how famous, how successful, how many awards, how many social media followers, they all follow the same process. They all did the same thing. They all, maybe unlike some others, they all decided where they wanted their life to go. I don't know if you've seen that Venus and Serena Williams, the movie King Richard.
Mm-hmm.
Like they didn't. You don't just stumble across winning Grand Slam tennis tournaments. You don't just stumble across winning, the biggest competitions in the world. It was a decision. In their case, their father told them that you are going to be champions of the world. Choosing and deciding where you want to go is the first step, and it's probably the biggest part of the curriculums we teach at Platform 7.
Man, they need this in schools, man. I mean, this right here is It's very inspiring because it's something that I hope people can understand that it is doable. Like we're not talking about something that's so deep in conversation that you have to have a PhD. This is something that is really like a lifestyle way of thinking and doing. Like you get up every day, you get to choose if you're gonna have a, positive attitude or a negative attitude. But you can't choose what happens in life. But you can react to it a certain way so that way you keep moving. Because the moment you stop and quit, well, you're right. Because once you quit, you're quit. But if you keep pressing and keep pushing, even if you don't even see the light at the end of the tunnel just yet, trust the process. I'll let you touch on that.
No, I just there's lots of like amazing points you've made there, but the one thing I keep coming back to and find fascinating, which you did just touch upon, is you commented on just keep the importance of you keep going. If I had the 1,000 most successful people in America, I choose America, I could say the world, and I asked them what one attribute or skill or quality allowed you to get to where you got to, you'd be fascinated and blown away by the answer. Because I've done the research, I meet these people, I ask this question. And it's not intelligence, it's not the creativity, it's not financial backing, it's not a great business idea, it's not talent. The answer they give is this, and it's so underestimated. They just keep going. They don't give up. I think the late Kobe Bryant said it, like there's no such thing as failure. And the interviewer laughed in his face and he said, I'm serious. You don't fail. You only fail when you give up. The failures are opportunities of growth and pushing in the direction of the person you need to become to get to where you want to get to. You just keep going. Perseverance is the answer that the top achievers always give you. They just kept going. They never took a no.
And this is good stuff right here. I mean, I hope this is inspiring someone who's listening to this. And I hope if you know anybody who just feel like, they need something to encourage them, send them this show right now that we're doing with Ricky Blair, because I believe that this is going to hopefully inspire the right people who are looking for growth and looking for change in their life and actually take the action to do it. I want to say thank you, Ricky, but also as we wrap this up, I want you listening right now, go visit his website, platform-7.com. Again, that's platform-7.com, and really take to heart what he's been saying throughout this whole show, because if you can just listen with your ears and take action with your feet, you'd be surprised what you can do in the next 10 years. So, man, Ricky, I want to say thank you. And also, how can people stay connected with you on social media? Is your website the best platform?
You've got the platform_7.com website, and I think I'm on TikTok, YouTube, but Instagram is platform_7.
Man, once again, true honor talking to Ricky Blair. I know you guys learned something because, I wish I had this in school. Don't you all wish we had something like this in school? Someone to just kind of just cut through the noise and just get right to the core of what you can actually take action on. So, man, once again, great knowledge and great wisdom from Ricky Blair. I want to say thank you for taking time, your business schedule, to our time.
Thank you, Shemai. It's great meeting you. Thanks for taking the time to talk things through. It's been great.